Hello everyone. It is Saturday, July 6th of 24. Today has not gone as planned. And that's okay. I have a backup plan. I didn't get up in time to go to the dealership this morning because I couldn't. I wasn't able to wake up. So I woke up like 12 something. Woke up late. Chilled and relaxed at home. Was nice and chill and relaxed at home. And then got up going for today. For the show tonight, which I believe doors open in about 10 minutes. I need to be there right away at doors open. The goal tonight is to make sure that I get to see people. The Pools, for starters, the Hazes, see Peyton, see some of my marching band friends. So, car should start, and we're gonna go and do just that. Let's watch some drum corps. Well, made it safely to Whitewater. Show starts in about 15 minutes. I think the first corps doesn't hit for another 30, so perfect. Exact time that I wanted. I'm gonna leave the camera here in the car. Because I want to leave the camera here in the car. I'm gonna see if this will move back. It will. Yay. I love that. Anyway, let's go watch some drum corps. It's gonna be a lot of fun tonight. Hello. The show is over. I don't want to do that either. Good show. Really good show. I did miss most of one of the corps. I say corps. I missed the band. Green Beret Marching Band. I did see them from the side while waiting to get to my seat because I had to get food and a drink, which I'll probably do the same thing on the way home tonight. Away. I'm pulling up the show lineup. This one, right? This one. So, yeah, Green Beret. Very small band. It's a summer band. They used to march the MACBTA circuit, the Mid-America Competing Band Directors Association. That circuit has since folded. They march under the Sound Sport umbrella. Small ensemble, very small ensemble. I think I counted 13 horns in total, and not much else for the rest of the corps. There were not many members of that ensemble. For what they had, still need to do some work. Again, it's a summer band program, so they're working on skills. They're working on their skills. Sound of Sun Prairie has been around for a while. They are also a former MACBTA program, now marching Sound Sport, and they had pretty good sound, pretty solid sound. Pardon my saying. Yeah, Sound of Sun Prairie was very good. I liked. They had it was a well-rounded sound, if I remember correctly. I'm trying to recall everything I can because we had an eventful evening. Eclipse out of Indianapolis, also Sound Sport, but they'll be a full corps soon. They'll be a full corps soon. They had a great balance, great blend, and the first real corps sound, like the drum corps sound. They were fantastic. The Rogues Hollow Regiment out of Doylestown, Ohio, an all-age corps, which is now under the DCI umbrella. Great rock show, based on rock. I liked it a lot. Some good sound. Their lead player, not just he was a trumpet player, but he also played guitar. Name is Justin, because that's what they said in the show. Colt Cadets. I mean, it's Colts but smaller. The horn line was small. I think there was 3 per section, except there were 4 contras. But it was a full drum line, Damn, then they were under open class. We had an intermission. And then it was the big boys. Phantom comes out. Phantom knows how to put sound out. Oh my God, so good. I did not like the props they were using this year, though. Giant metal cubes that you could crawl all over. I mean, it was a cool effect, but I didn't like it personally. I recognize it's a personal thing. Cavaliers, they're always put on a great show. Again, you could tell there was a difference between the evening half and the early half. There was definitely a big difference. Cavies again had a full, well-rounded sound. Didn't like their on-field props either. They were basically giant walls on platforms, and they flipped them around. They became pictures, and they use them. They do use them in their show. The one thing I don't like about props is that people will bands or performing ensembles that use them. They just kind of let them sit there, and no one cares. They just kind of let them sit there, and no one fucking cares about them. But the ones that actually use them, I accept them a little better. Like Colt Cadets did a thing called, I think it's called In the Woods or something like that. And they had trees, but the trees were very clearly made out of PVC. They're not done yet. They need to be like painted and probably has some fake leaves put on them. But they sat there as decoration. Into the woods. They didn't use them at all. Like, play hide and seek behind the trees. I mean, come on. But it was a fairy tale show, is what it was. Cavies was, what was their theme? Behind the Armor, that's what it was called. And they came out and they had armor, basically. They looked like The Machine, like they did back in 2006, just with less robotic parts. And more and more colors were starting to come out as the show went on, to show more individuality instead of the regimental drum corps style. The Colts had a great show. I loved that show. That was a fantastic show, called On Fields, and they initially talked like it was different kinds of fields. They had it starts at the very first movement was the football field, and they moved to the farm fields. Then they moved to the battlefield, and then finally to a utopia almost. And it was fun about what was, I wouldn't say fun. What they did with the battlefield was a very poignant thing. Is they came out and people were dead. Not literally dead, but like, you know, that was the story, was that the battlefield, everyone died. And that's where I get the utopia after that. People were, and like the guard was dancing with fruit, and there were like ribbons, and it was really flowy and everything. Great sound though, solid sound. We had 4 Warhawk marching band members in there, fantastic, including shout out to Easy Peasy Lemon Cheesy, if I remember correctly. I think that's your channel, and if that's not you, I'm sorry. I just shout out someone else. Hi Trevor. Another Contra who marches here at Whitewater. Blue Coats. The sound was good. The sound was good. I didn't like the use of mics on the horns, but they were there to create an effect. But I didn't like bah. Like they're trying to create fake echo, because you can't create echo in Lucas Oil because of that big backdrop in the backfield. If they were at Camp Randall, they could turn to the backfield and do their big hits there and make echo. I'm just saying, Camp Randall's a great place for a show. Shitty place to park, but great place for a show. However, the Blue Coats uniforms were fucking hideous. All white, with a red stripe down the middle, red stripe around the middle, or around their midsection, and also around the titties. Then 2 big red stripes down their legs, and then it looked awful. It looked absolutely god awful. And the last one was Madison Scouts. But before we got to the Madison Scouts were planned to go on at 9:49. As they're getting ready to get onto the field, all the lights in the stadium, gone. We had probably a good 15 to 20 minute delay just for the lights to come back on. They're not the new LED lights. Like, it's not like they can come right back on. They take a while to warm up and come back on once they figured out what the hell was going on. I say Kronk did it. Oh, well, is it this lever? Chunk, lights go out. Scout show was fantastic. It's called Mosaic. It's a very artistic type piece, artistic type show. That's a sound I haven't heard from the Scouts in years. I don't know if they'll make top 12, but I think if they don't, this will be the closest they've been in a very, very, very long time. And that's great to see and hear. Scouts used to be like one of the top corps. They used to be in that upper echelon. And I don't know what happened right around the turn of the century, who pissed off who. But the Scouts kind of took a tumble. And it was like 2000, I think, was the first year they had missed top 12 in many, 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 many years. So, you know, it's what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna go home. Going somewhere from here. I don't know if I'm gonna go all the way down to Janesville, if I'm gonna head north to Jefferson. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I do know there's going to be traffic because this show just got out. The fireworks just got out. There was also fireworks downtown. It was the second showing of the 4th of July fireworks for Whitewater. Whitewater's fireworks. I did get to see Katie and Jeff, a couple of trombone players I marched with here in college, and then Doc and Christine Hayes. Doc is Glenn, but I will never call him. I can never call him Glenn. He's Doc. And I actually walked back with them all the way here because they live that way, and my car's on the way, so we got to talk for quite a bit. I'm not gonna get to see them, unfortunately, until November, more than likely, unless I go to one of the early weekend football games. That's a possibility. Yeah, I can turn that down now because now I'm not hot anymore. Anyway, I have a drive ahead of me, and then I don't know what the rest of the evening is going to bring. I may start tearing stuff down from the computer tonight after I'm done being online, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's hit the road. We're home. I changed into the shirt that I bought. It doesn't fit. It's the biggest size they had, 2X. But that's something I've been thinking about today. I've been thinking about if I want to share with the vlog, and I think I do a little bit. I think Yosh meant to send it to somebody else. I've been kind of thinking about me of late. I am excited for who I am becoming in terms of job and life, and like I want to get out more, and I want to actually have like a social life that's not behind a screen, you know? I'm trying to get out more and meet people. I do that a lot more, obviously, with people who are more my age. I don't want to just do the bar scene, because that's not me. I'm not the bar scene. I'm excited with who I'm becoming. I'm not as happy with what I am becoming. I'm a big dude. I've always been a big dude. But of late, I'm a bigger dude than I've been before. And I don't like that. Like, honestly, Thursday, that parade should not have kicked my ass as much as it did. But it kicked my ass, man. Holy shit, did that kick my ass. I shouldn't have to take the elevator like I just did, because I might be out of breath by the time I get upstairs. I don't want to do that. I'm tired of that. That's not the life I want to be. That's not the person I want to be. So, on my own accord, and on my own journey, I'm going to start working to be less of the man that I am. But yeah, like, I feel like I'm turning into the guys, I'm turning into the meme on South Park. The guys who are the World of Warcraft kids. They'd sit on their computer, talk about owning their guys. Spend all this time building up their characters, and then also building up themselves because they're sitting on their fat asses. So I'm working to fix that. Pardon me a moment. Missy. Meow. There we go. But yeah, I need to be less of myself. Or rather, I need to get in better shape. And I think part of that requires me getting up and out and moving more. Part of it requires me changing what I put in my body. The reason I didn't want to tell the vlog initially was because I didn't want, like, whenever you tell someone, I'm going to try and lose some weight, I'm going to try and do this, I'm going to try and do that, everyone has an opinion. Everyone has, like, oh, this worked for me, this worked for me. Great, I'm glad that worked for you. I can try it, but I can't guarantee it'll work for me. So I've got a gym membership for another 6 months. I'm going to use it. The first things first, getting out, getting moving. Even at work. Not just sitting in my office on my ass. Like, getting out and actually doing the property walks. Like, I don't think any of us are doing. And I need to do that. When I get home from work, not just going up and sitting on my computer for 6, 7, 8 hours at a time. Get out and do something. Get outside. Go to the gym. Go downtown, like, bring a change of clothes and go for a walk downtown. That's another option. It's a very viable option. I just need to be better. So, today, it begins. Now, I went for quite a long walk today because, walked from my car to the stadium and then walked back to the stadium, or to the car from the stadium. Good distance. I think if I can start getting, like, I used to do 6 mile walks every day when Pokemon Go first came out 8 years ago. Yeah, 8 years ago. Jesus, it's been 8 years. It was a 16 or 17. It had to have been 16. It was 16. So I'm gonna go do that. Do more Pokemon Go. Grab the ball, start catching monsters. Spin Pokestops. That's all I really want to do in that app anyway. Am I gonna be the best battler? No, and I don't care. I'm a collector, and that's it. And get my bike set up and ready to go. Make sure it's ready to fly, because it's been over 2 years since I've ridden that. Probably been 3 years. Last time my dad was around. I'm pretty sure I'm up to 340 now. I don't know, because I haven't weighed myself in a bit. Last time I weighed myself at 340 was right after a pretty big meal, so it might be less. But it may not be. That may be what I am right now. I need to fix that, because I'd like to live to... I mean, I'm about to be 40. I'm probably going to make it to 40. I'm not sure about 50 right now. So, this is the year I said I was going to take control. And that's what I'm doing with this. Okay. I'm going to call it a night. Drone Corps show was great. Good to see people. Great to see Jeff and Katie. Doc and Christine. Trevor. All the people that I got to see at DCI tonight. In Whitewater. Next big trip, 2 weeks. Kansas City. Going to Extra Life United. To see some of my Extra Life friends that I have not seen in probably a very long time. Until then. Well, at least until tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, we will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone.